name's Helen, I'm the Diddy Stitcher, my pronouns are she, her. It is Thursday the 29th of August today. I'm going to get right into it. I've pulled my 2 tarot cards for today because 2 tarot cards seem to go down really well last video. I felt good about it, other people felt good about it, or, it resonated with them. So I'm going to do it again. So I've shuffled and 2 cards jumped out of the deck. And again, it's just really, it's speaking to me, which is great. So my card for looking back at what I've done over the past 2 weeks since my last video is the Page of Wands. And this is all about, it says adventure, excitement, fresh ideas. So I was going with this whole new system. It seems to have really worked. It's all good for that doing the thing, doing the new idea, jumping into it, pole vaulting. I've always wanted to try pole vaulting. I probably impaled myself, but I'd like to have a go. One of those things, And then for the next 2 weeks, or however long for my next video, I pulled the 4 of Swords. Now, when my mum was teaching me, or, not teaching me, but she would pull tarot for me, and she would always go, ooh, the 4 of Swords, that's the hospital card. And it is, in terms of you needing rest, you needing to be still, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Doesn't mean you're going to break your leg. You just need to take some self-care. So this one says rest, relaxation, peace, sanctuary, recuperation, self-protection, rejuvenation. So in this instance for my stitching, I just see it as just keep doing what you're doing. You don't need to do any more work around what you've changed. Just sit in it. So that was mine for today. Let me know if you are feeling any of those things. Ooh. What I'm into, I wanted to change up my my subscription, not change it up, just add to it. But when you're watching YouTube and it's the video finishes and it's up next, or there's a little thing down the side that says, suggested, it always seemed to be very popular videos with lots of views, and of course that's how the algorithm works. So I made it a point to search Flosstube and filter it by videos that had been released recently, but maybe didn't have as many views as the thousands kind of it takes to be on that suggested list. And I found a couple of new Flosstubers that I've subscribed to, so I thought I'd just share with you here in case you're looking for someone new to watch. I've only watched their latest video, but I've subscribed, so maybe you'll like them too. So I watched Crafty Cat, Kathy. I think she was lovely, just so bubbly, and just, I like Flosstube that you can sit and stitch and you can just listen to the person and occasionally glance up and look at their wonderful stitching. But she was lovely to sit with. Krista, the Wildflower Stitcher, again, just had a great energy. Rosanna, Bright and Dusty, had some beautiful projects, and really interesting. She got some, in her latest video, got some Save the Stitches of some lovely, I think it was a butternut road piece, so go check that out. And Anna UX Stitch was the last one that I watched. I've got some more lined up, but this is the ones that I could view this week. And then just as I was about to film, Peggy's Still Stitching tagged me in a video, so thank you, Peggy. She's joining in on the Aurora Moon Phase Bell Pull Sal. So I haven't watched it yet because I need to film. But I'm excited to go and watch her. So I'll link everybody down below. You can go check out their channels, subscribe, and let's give a boost to those that don't have thousands of views. I don't have thousands of views either. But let's go see some new people. Maybe you need to switch up who you're viewing as well. But yeah. So my stitching, I've got some FFOs, an FFO, an FO, 2 starts and 2 whips, and then I got some plans. But let's start with, I'll do my FO first because it's on the top. So this was Quirky Quaker Crab. There he is. I'm so happy this is done. It was just one of those, like, just get it done, Helen. Just get it done. It didn't need to be that difficult. So focusing on the stitching for now. This is on 36 count wheat by Fibre on a Whim. 1/1 with Tudor silk, donated by the lovely Natty. And as you can see, it's starting. Can you say it started if you're just kind of holding them together with quilt clips, to be an EPP quilt. So, few things with this. I'll show you my back. Oh no! I ruined it. Anyway. So I made my hexies for my quilt fabric pieces. I am not a sewer, I am not a quilter. I just bought a jelly roll and I'm making hexies. So I made my hexies with my quilt, and then I made my hexie for the Quirky Quaker. You can see I did it the wrong way. Didn't think about it. Didn't even think about it. So because I need to make more hexies. I didn't realise how time consuming hexies are. If anyone wants to come over and play at my house and make hexies with me, that'd be great. I think this one went up here. Anyway, the gist of it is I want to surround one Quirky Quaker with the 6 hexies and then have the next one like next to it. Anyway, I like printed off, I should have brought it over here, it's over there, a hexie like planner. It's just like a hexie grid, if you call it a grid, if it's a hexie. And decided colour combination, because this is the Tilda Hibernation series of fabric. So I've got 5 types of patterns in 4 colorways. So this is one pattern in the 4 colorways. And trying to decide colour, placement, pattern placement. It's a lot of work. It was a lot of maths, and I can't just random, and it needs to be organised but also like different. So I have my hexie plan. Now, I've not EPP'd before. This is my first EPP, and you know, going in with the tiny stitching, and we're combining it. So do I start stitching now? do I start, and what colour do I use? Because I didn't think about it, but when I bought the fabric, I was like, oh, I'll buy matching thread. But now, of course, there are different colours next to each other. So which thread do I choose? Do I just do it all in a beige? Or, I don't know. If anybody has any suggestions, I'd appreciate it, because I think I bit off more than I could chew. One, with the stitching, because this has taken me however many months to stitch this crab that should have taken me like an hour. And now I feel like I'm in over my head with EPP. I had such delusions of grandeur was what that was. So yeah, any help appreciated with that. I haven't started another Quirky Quaker yet because I'm on this like just calm everything down. I just thought I'll not start another one. I'll wait till I can kind of dedicate more time and like spin out a couple so I can add it to the stitching. But yeah, that's the EPP thing. So the FFO is oh, glare. This is my Moon Tea Time, I think it was called, by Wild Violet Cross Stitch, part of the X Stitch the Rainbow collaboration with Treenway Silks, stitched on 28, 30, 32. I don't think it's 36. 32 count lavender linen from Permin. So this was my project that I take when Anna goes swimming and I sit there and stitch. Swimming is cancelled for the next 2 weeks, so I thought I would just pop this out, get it done, and take something else swimming. So I did. So this is one of the 3 in the series that I've done. So I thought I'd show you. Oh my goodness. That's a good. Can we make this a screenshot for today? That'd be good. So just as a recap, this was Always Time for Tea by Tiny Modernist, and this was Tea Berry Tile by Ink Circles. This was my favourite. This is the one I did first. And then we've redone the living room. So I thought this would look cute as a little triptych thing. So I think I'm going to sit them on top of each other down a skinny wall that we've got between one wall and the curtains that we've just put back up. It took us 2 months to put curtains back up. Anyway, so new starts. Oh, so I mentioned it already, but Moon Phase Bell Pull, Aurora, hashtag Aurora Moon Phase Bell Pull. This is the pattern by Tiny Modernist, and a group of us convinced Kaylee Tenstitch of the sewingshop.ca to dye us some fabric for it in an Aurora style, and I just love it so much. Oh my god, look at that fabric. Excuse the key snap that's still on there. This is 40 count, and Kaylee's just called it Aurora, which is perfect, I think. I just think, look at that. Could you just even? So then my stitching, I started this on the 19th of August because it was the full moon. other than full moon. New moon is just gone or soon, because some other people who hadn't got their fabric yet were doing it on the new moon. So in the spirit of that, I'll tell you about my plans. I'm going to take this out every full and new moon and do 400 stitches. And that should have me finished by May of next year, which I think is very reasonable. Because this fabric needs to be seen, not sat in a project bag. And it just ensures that I'm getting good progress on it. So that's my plan for this. Anyway, so this is how much I've done so far. I am counting stitches, but I can't remember how many this is. I want to say like 1,000 or so. This is just all 310 at the minute. I'm doing it in the called for DMC 310 blank and 2 and 3, I think. It's really simple, but a really gorgeous pattern. I can't wait to see what those colours look like above those trees. And then with the moons. I'm so excited. So yeah, that was my start on that. Super pleased to be part of the SAL. As Peggy did, I'll tag some people that I know are part of the SAL if you want to go and check them out, and their Instagram and stuff, because all of these pieces of fabric are unique because the way that Kaylee dyes them, so, and they're different sizes, different counts, so it's really lovely to look at everybody's projects. But yeah, that's that. So I think about every 2 weeks I'll get this out, so you'll see it. You're going to be seeing it quite regularly because of how the moon works, I think. Then I started plants and petrichor. I'm going to need something behind this. I'm going to use this. So I think last video I talked about I was waiting to see what the deal was with this, whether I committed to this fabric. This is the same fabric that I used for the Femurs and Fungi SAL by Fine Frog Stitches. This is the same designer for this SAL. So I have it. So I finished this window. There'll be a new drop tomorrow because they always drop on a Friday. But I haven't done the rest of I think they're all shelves and then maybe a table. So I'll just do those. I'll add the shelf bit as the rest come out. To tell you what the fabric was, the fabric is 20 count even weave by Zweigart in forest green. And yeah, that was a lot of stitches. It looks better in camera than it does in real life with the those different greys for the rain and the different moody bits. I'm very excited for this cup of tea at the bottom, or coffee, or whatever it's going to be. I love this. It's like a little clue about what's going to happen next. So yeah, don't really know what to say. I was so like on it with the Femurs and Fungi that I feel like I'm already behind, having not done the shelves, but it won't be too much extra stitching every drop. It's fine. And this, I think we got 2 weeks for the frames and then 2 weeks for the window, because there was a lot of stitching, so I appreciate that. So if the Femurs and Fungi is anything to go by, there won't be big drops. So I shouldn't get too far behind. I've lost my needle. Shoot. It's there. It's in the Q-snap. It's in the bottom of the Q-snap. Rescue it with the magnet. There we go. And then I worked on 2 whips because that's the kind of vibe that we're going with now. So I finished Stitch for Pride August. I think I was halfway through last video. I hadn't quite finished it. So I'll show you where it was last time. And I'm quite happy with the colours of that one. I'm excited to see what's next. I guess we get another one on Sunday around that time. For September. I think Dee said September would be small, but October would be chunky. So I'm excited. This is the whole thing. This is on 36 count latte by Fibre on a Whim. No notes. 10 out of 10. Love Dee. Excited for next year already. That's it. So yeah. I think I'll just leave that out ready for the weekend. If another one drops. Do my research, do my learning, because I love doing that. I feel like I'm going 90 miles an hour doing it this way. And the last whip that I worked on, so this was a really good, like, tackling some of those things that I've been putting off, or whips that I didn't really want to pull out, and figuring out why. So when looking at what to work on next, if I need to find something, if I've like finished my saddles, round robin, because that's something that I need to do, then I'm looking at what is the thing that I haven't reached my goal on the board that I showed you last video, that was worked on the longest ago. I'm sure there's a better way to say that, but I can't think of it right now. So for this week, 2 weeks just gone, that was, which way up does this go? This way. Celtic Cross Tarot Spread by Witchy Garden Crafts. So my issue with this one was my fabric was not very generous. I love this colour because I will be using it as a tarot spread mat. So I need something that I like. So it's this beautiful, just like sagey green, even weave, I think. Yeah, I think it's a 28 count or 32 count. Like sagey green, and then I'm using this pastel-y rainbow 2-ply non-divisible silk from What Mustard Made. So I love the colours, but yeah, I was a bit short on the edges, so it was difficult to hold in a Q-snap. I was afraid of fraying, so I didn't do much stitching. I finished this card, and then I stitched out to the very edges, and then just right to the top and right to the bottom. I hope I've counted right. If not, it's just a square. It's fine. Or rectangle even. So then what I did is hemmed it because I want to use it as a mat. I was going to hem it. I was going to do like a drawn thread, hem stitch. Is that what you call it? But there was not enough room. Like, that's how close I was. I didn't cut anything off the sides. So it's a double rolled hem. So it was like folded in half up to the stitching and then folded over it again on itself. And I just chose a DMC of a similar colour. It's showing up quite lovely there. But this is the back. And then at the front, you just see like a little running stitch that's fairly invisible. But everything is very much secure now. No fraying, no... you know, it'll be difficult stitching up here. I'll just have to stitch in hand. But that's absolutely fine. And then I'll be able to use it. So I'll show you what the chart actually looks like. But I'm changing it quite a bit, I guess. First of all, I changed the size of the rectangles to fit my decks. My decks are quite a bit bigger. So that's one thing I did. I've kind of moved them closer together. So when I'm done that, I'm just going to kind of see where all those doodads will fit, basically. Also, what I want to do is, I chose this one specifically because it's the Celtic Cross. It is my husband's favourite spread. I did it for him last week, and it is so frustrating how perfect his readings are, or my readings of him. Because I did a reading for him at the beginning of the year, a 12-month thing. So I got my little notebook out and I was kind of looking at where we are in the year now and then where we are, what that cards were around that time. And on the Celtic Cross, it came out with, was it like past, future and outcome were like exactly where we were. It's crazy. I almost flipped the table. I was like waiting for the card to turn over and I was like, if this is the tower, I'm gonna cry. And it was. And not because it was the tower, but because it was exactly how he had read or he had pulled at the beginning of the year for this exact time period. So I want to write on somehow like what each space is. So in a Celtic Cross, like this middle one that's right way up is you, and then what crosses you is over the top, and then there's a few interpretations of what these ones mean and then what these four on the side mean. But I'll get the one out of the book that we usually use and put those on there. So it's just a reminder and I don't have to like look at the book every time. It's just there. So yeah, this was, it felt really good to get it done, not done, I haven't finished it, but get over that hurdle. It's a little cliche, but it's like, look at your projects and what's holding you back on that project and just do it. Like, my fabric wasn't big enough. I've just hemmed it and I feel so much better about it. I didn't do much stitching. I only did the stitching where I was like, I had to know where the edges were, where the extremes were, so I knew where to hem it. And that was enough. I've just put it away. So then the next time I actually want to stitch on it, it'll be a pleasant experience. So Maybe that's all you need to do with your whip sometimes. Maybe you've got like a load of parked threads and you get frustrated by them. Just get it out, stitch in the parked threads or snip them off, whatever you want to do, and then put it away. And then the next time you pull it out, it'll be so much happier. So that was all the stitching that I had done. My plans, I've touched on a few of them already, but let's run through them. So it's nearly September. At the end of September, I have to send Nathy's round robin, second most magnificent ink circles round robin, to Kim. So I'll start that. I don't think it'll take me much time. But then I've got Plants and Petrichor drops and Stitch for Pride drops, so that'll keep me busy with like one piece of whips. I already touched on my moon phase plans. I think that'll go good. I do want to get that done. I don't want that sitting there for a number of years. And then, I think Sunday, if Megan's still doing it, we've got a lot of the ring zoom, and me and Trina are gate crashing that to do our sal stitching as well, so I'll be working on that. I love working on that piece. I've only worked on it on Zooms, which I love. I think I'm going to keep it that way. So what else? I've Stitch for Pride ink circles shouldn't take long. Plants and Petrichor shouldn't take long. Stitch for Pride shouldn't take long. So if I put those as one, I should choose another whip to pull out. Let me see what would be on the list. Okay, so technically the next one on the list is Grand Melagrano, which is the Renato Parolin piece on another bell pull, tiny bell pull. But actually, I think that will be my new swimming piece. Because it's small. I'll be able to take it swimming. And it's a paper pattern, which is even better. Or I'll have to take my tablet with me. I'll probably switch it up. Because it's a big piece. Even though it's like this big, it's like long. So it's going to take me a long time to do. So it might have to get a lot more work done on it later to get it finished. But once I'm kind of bored of taking it swimming, I'll switch it out for something else. But it's a good one to replace. I don't have anything swimming yet, so that'll be my swimming one for now. And then the next one is my chatelaine, my amazing lavender garden. So the goal on that is to finish page 9. Okay. I'm gonna get it, so hold on a minute. And we'll look at it together. So, if you've not seen my chatelaine before, because I don't know the last time, well, I do know the last time I saw it. March. Then I work on paper copy. I bought the PDF, printed it out, like zoomed right in so I could see it because it's difficult and I can mark it off. So I have it, I'll flash it, broken down into pages. So my goal for this year was to finish page 9, which is this page. So as you can see, there's only like kind of that little bit to do. Let me show you on the project. So this is Amazing Lavender Garden Kaleidoscope, I think is the full name. Oh, that's a mess. This is on 32 count. Can't remember. She's so pretty though. Oh, she's so pretty. So this is kind of page 9. So it would just be kind of this bit down here, which is a lot of just DMC. So that's fine. It's not treasure braid or back stitching or anything else. So I think that's easily doable. Ooh, hold on. Yeah, I think that's fine to get done. Okay, so that's the plans. I don't feel too overwhelmed by that. I think that's doable. And I've got, it's like there's no deadlines apart from Natty's thing, but that's by the end of the month. So I think that's perfectly doable. I did have a giveaway, if you want one. I kind of want to do more of this, just like, not like a viewer celebration or a subscriber celebration. It's just, it was bank holiday Monday this week, and we went to a National Trust place up here in the northeast Gibbside, and they have a secondhand book shop. I don't even think you can call it that, because it's just a shed with books in. Paperbacks are £1, hardbacks are £3, kids' books are 50p. And there's just like a box that you can put some cash in. If you need to pay card, you can go like right back to the car park and pay at the visitor centre. It's very much honesty based. And I always love looking in there. I love looking at old books. I love supporting a charity. So if I find something good, usually I put a bit extra in because I think it's worth more. So Alex found a very big atlas in like beautiful condition that we then, when we got it home, found the price tag on because it was in like a sleeve. So on the inside it was retail for £90, and there was a lady at the shop that day, and she said, oh, that's a £3 book. And I'm like, that is more than a £3 book. But we had some other things. There was like another coffee table book that he wanted, and we'd found an old, like, it was like a school textbook or something, but it's simple chemistry, and it was just full of like chemistry experiments to do. Alex is a chemist by training. So like loads of stuff to do with Anna. And then I found this. It's a Historical Sampler Company kit. This one's called the Acorn Sampler. I just sat there. It was kind of on its own at the till. They didn't have any other cross-stitch stuff. It is a full kit. I've taken it out to look at it, so let me show you. There's a full massive paper chart, 2 pages, very legible. Instructions, a full card that's already pre-sorted, with the symbols on as well, which is great. I love that. A needle and 16 count. So I got Ada, in, I don't know what specific colour it is, but it's just like a biscuit, I would say, biscuit. So it's a full kit. Not something that I would stitch, but if you would like to, I picked it up for you. This one had the price tag on it, £35. This is still for sale in lots of online stores. In John Lewis, I checked. The lady charged me £1. Now, with all of the other stuff that we bought together, I think Alex. I've been reading Alice in Wonderland to Anna on a night, and I keep saying Alex in the book, and now I'm saying Alice when I'm talking about. Anyway, we put like a good chunk in for everything, but I did not pay £35 for this whole kit of a beautiful sampler. Look at that peacock. Look at this border. It's beautiful. Look at that. That's a funky tree. I like that tree. I'm not going to stitch it. If you'd like to stitch it, please let me know. I'll put a Google form in the description box. I'll send it anywhere. It's hefty, but I'll send it anywhere. I saved it from the secondhand shop. I'm going to try and do this more. I'm going to try and support some charities by finding some, good stuff. Some of the cross-stitch stuff that you see is a bit meh. But I thought somebody will like this. This will be right up somebody's street. So yeah, just fill in the form. And I'll pick a random number next video. Life stuff. It was Anna's last day at nursery today. I had a good cry. It was all happy tears because it's just been the best nursery that we could have ever asked for. She has thrived there. I hasten to use that word because I know it's very loaded in an educational setting, but she really has, in my personal opinion of developing. She's so ready for school. She's ready for school, but it's just it's a whole different era. So I dropped her off. We had our go to Greg's and get a coffee and a croissant. We share the croissant. She likes to eat the milk foam as well off my latte. A little caffeine boost before nursery. But yeah, she starts school next week. It's crazy. I think I have everything ready for her. We've got uniform. I've got the little name labels that I need to stick in every single piece of clothing that she's gonna be wearing at school. School shoes. We're getting her hair cut on Saturday, so she's got a fresh new do for school. Yeah, I'm so excited for her. but it's really hits like how quick it goes. Everybody says that, and it's so like, oh yeah. It just like, until you experience it, I don't think I really understood. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on school, because that's going to be quite an adjustment for all of us, I think. And yeah, I think that's about it. Other life stuff, nothing really. I bought some clothes. I was in a clothing, that's who was at the door. I got some orders in. I've already got to take some stuff back because it just doesn't fit. I'm short, and if I can't buy trousers in a petite, then they're just like 7 feet too long for my legs. So I'll go try that stuff on, because I've got a work conference in a couple of weeks, so I have to look presentable. I can't sit in my pajamas like I do at home. Oh, we heard Alex might be going, well, probably is, going to Chicago in November. So if I have any viewers in Chicago, please let me know. If there's any good shops that I can send Alex to get me some stuff between landing on the red eye on a Monday and leaving on a Friday. I'm jealous. I want to go with him. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Take a break. Have some self-care. I'm going to take it slow today. I'm not going to rush. I'm going to take it slow. Okay. I love you. Free Palestine. And I'll see you soon.